days I gotta keep riding up until the day I meet you. I'm riding up. I look up in the skies, asking out a while, but never let it faze me. I'm keeping.
Hello, I'm here. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're back for more Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we left off, we were in the middle of investigating how it came to be that our new friend, the pickpocket Gina, was in the locked room of the pawnbroker. I completely forget his name. We'll see. We'll hear it. I'm sure we'll hear it soon enough. With it while holding a gun. He's currently under suspicion of murder. Oh, and Hurley got shot. Hurley, as in Sherlock Holmes. He was shot during the incident, so he's out of commission for now. We have, and Susato's talking to Chief Lord Justice, so she's not. So she's busy too, and now so we have Iris with us right now. Sherlock's roommate, a 10-year-old genius inventor. Bro, we can't really do anything for Windabank. Mr. Windabank was dead. There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside of Windabank. I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris, she's very upset by all of this. I'm sorry, I was there, and I should have done more. None of this is your fault, you know? So please, don't apologize. It's the criminals who are to blame for all of this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yes, you're right. You think they let me in? There's only one way to find out. Winterbank's brokery. Oh my gosh, we actually have an officer moving. This is where it happened then. Last night? That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables. But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of disturbances. Yes, there is. The sign at the door. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone is the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking, I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals. Uh-oh, whoa, hey, shh. Don't say that. Don't let them hear you say that. You're saying the quiet part out loud. Oh, wait, I heard that. Gregson. Officer Gregson. Sorry, not officer. Inspector Gregson. Germone. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away. Mind? Yes, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assign extra men to beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured, and they're but because there weren't enough police on duty. Ah! My lady, your ladyship. No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley, and Z has the very best medical care. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in Capital are tended to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Facing criminals is the police's job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? I don't think that's true. He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. I wonder why. Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice? Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me if you'd like some. Good. Ooh, it's quite good. Lovely. Very much. That really hits a spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. So, how's the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really? Very simple case this is. There's very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina? You're gonna charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Sorry, your ladyship. As much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke into here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? How? How could you? How? How could you possibly know that? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try and keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Holmes, have you? Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Mrs. Lestrade is being held at the prison? Yes, he should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Holmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. But I know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see it? My family, you know? I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Jones pipe down. Mr. Jones isn't human like the rest of us, you know? Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding. But Iris, but he will be all right, won't he? They'll be able to make him better. Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? Eh? How do I know? Well, because of course. Ah, yes, because Mr. Holmes is such a great detective. That's why. We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear, please don't die, really. I report to your ladyship. I report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector, but you can't see kind of beholden to her. What? Out with the sunshine? Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. What's the sauce, Sonny? I'm a pupper, and we don't go in for favoritism. But he's right. You do treat us differently. It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories. That's why. Oh. I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson. Oh, well, yes. Because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What did you write down? What did you write about the inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really. It was one of the Sholmes lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what the one line did for me, eh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's why. They doubled his pay. Oh, that's amazing. All because everyone in the yard reads them. They read all the whole Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. Of course, that explains everything. I was around that time you became such a toady to me. Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Holmes can change his tune about me. Gregson? No. A great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I lost worrying about it. But that would never happen, Gregsy. Every month when a new Rance magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. Oh, yeah. Lovely to you very much. Did I really hit the spot, your ladyship? That I'm not getting. No. Total. Oh, yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? What is it? I've got an important message for you. I completely forgot about it until now. Whoa, what's the message? An important message? I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant. What? What? Oh, dear Susie, is she all right? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. You had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I've forgotten about that. One of the whipstocks took her there in the yard after we finished questioning her, but she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go meet her there. She's got a nerve, using some Scotland Yard as a blooming messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice? I don't know. We're not sure. She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office and fetch her straight away. I guess, yeah, we can't really do anything else, though. Susie? Or Susato-san? Lord Chief Justices. Yes. No matter how many times I come in here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take it that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust? Yes. Thank you very much. Oh. There they are. Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return. What? For your return to your homeland. What? What? Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san? Huh? Susato? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. What's returning to our homeland? Wait, what's happened? Mrs. Sato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. That's a big flipping deal. Your life here can continue just as it has. That's not what I asked. No, you're like, that's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no. Professor Mikotoba? If I may? Yes. Sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news 10 days ago about the class with the fever. The cause is apparently unknown, and it seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Zada's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. No! No! So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court? Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too transvicious case, the pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time. Vinny would never do something like that. Oh? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart. In defense of your fine services today, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence, but I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave now. Of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all the untruth. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters to which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not to remind you of that. Time's up. 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart, which is, it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? There's nobody wanted to. The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair. Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. No, do not misunderstand me, young lady. We offered her. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender, but the accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and the defense barrister will be assigned to the case. But she refused to. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? Question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato sounds about to leave. Dude, the tweet title was so real. I didn't even know. Detective list, assistant list. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, you must make haste. But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Hardo, judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Miss Susato. That's a very pensive look. I think you ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. Yeah, now we're absolutely gobsmacked. Oh my gosh. I just have to do what I can as a lawyer. Oh, that's what that noise was. Oh, sorry. Ah, hello again, Gina. How did they let you had that in the jail, in the prison cell? How did they not take that from you? Well, you're now, for now, to have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in my faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you load the ammunition, I think, don't I? Look, you can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing to say, more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? Wait, are they just how old is she actually? Are they around the same age? Maybe? No, oh no, she's older. Oh, she's 17. Oh, that's not that young. I thought she was younger than that. I thought she was like 14 or 13. She's not that, no, she's not that young. She's almost an adult, basically. Yeah, so she's older. I thought she was okay, but they are around the same age. That I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow I must begin my journey back home, Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed, for ours is so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Miss Nahara believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right. I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. Huh? What? It's my fault? Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What are you expecting me to do, eh? You told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? Yeah, the McGilded. That one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted. The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. Did you have something to do with it? You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Oh, yeah, you're right. She's gonna say, yeah, I lied about the. Yeah, so she wasn't. Yeah, because she couldn't have been there. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Yeah. It's a part about her being in the seat. She wasn't there. Well, yeah, why is the trial music playing? Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. Coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilda was declared innocent. That's just it. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat in that night. That was the truth. Oh, okay, no, that was true that she was there. But he got up, but it's gonna be he got up. It was pushed back in the little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing, and then thud. I heard a loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. Regal discovered you? Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. Oh, at this point had no knife. He had no knife in him, so he was dead from here, but there weren't much light to see back. But when I looked at the ends, I had the gloves blood all over him. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witness. Yeah, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw the skyline. Then Mr. McGilda started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. He threatened you how? He made me swear about what I seen and what I heard. About what he was gonna do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scrap it. He let me scrap it before the coppers showed up. Oh, he basically said if you promise not to say anything. Was that? Hold on. Was that that you had? He made me stir up. Is that a threat? He just, it seems he didn't say what he said he would do as he talked. He said he just made her swear. He basically, I swear, I'll let you go if you don't. Otherwise, I guess the threat was that otherwise he would say she did it. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. What you saw? You said Mr. McGilda made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in a pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilda sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true. But it was when I heard the thud of a cove in the floor, I let out a little scream. See? Couldn't help it. McGilda heard that and dragged me up by my arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. His knife, a disc, all bright and shiny. A disc? Do you mean the music box disc? Yeah, that's it. The one with what the deed took up off me at Winterbanks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus. Not for long. McGilda spotted it straight away. He picked it up and smarted and stuffed it inside his pocket. That disc is something that's worth murdering someone over. It must hold some secret. Oh, wait, come on. No. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. And the bog trotter told me I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. Music box. Yeah, it's a weird word to say, music box disc. Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straight in my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door open and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was Mr. McGilda getting on board. No. Nah. Not only him. Oh! So we were wrong about how many people. There wasn't 5, there were 6 people. Oh. Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. So there were 6. In that case, it would seem like that it was Mr. McGilda and the victim, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGill claimed he slept during the carriage ride. Whatever I'm in the carriage, I'm taking with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. All I hear was the Irishman snoring, because that was a lie. Yeah, I lied about. Yeah, that weren't exactly. That weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices. What? What were they talking about? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. The sound of horses that were in the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGill and the victim knew each other. So McGill was lying, as I suspected. I knew it weren't going to take long before someone raised the alarm and that bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGill told me to eye back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The two coves from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right. And after they'd gone, Mr. Gilda asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your trouble, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas. Oh, so he took a bribe, a nearby pawnbroker. You mean on Baker Street? Yeah. Yep, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coachee snapped the money and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. So then there were nothing in the carriage. McGill opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see. What were McGilda's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything. And what I saw and what I heard, and there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said. I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. The fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker's whereabout, and I want you last to take these redemption tickets for it. You understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. And I'll continue to fetch it from you. Come to fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then. Is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. All right then. And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Winterbank, so it is, and you're to extend the loan for the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and the old fiend will come cut him. Any old fiend could come along and buy it. Eh? But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Did we understand each other last? Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me, yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I have no doubt. The coppers, they'll come asking you to take the stand in court, testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you won't? After you'd gone over it all, I typed it. Got as far away as there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some businesses bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So Mr. Gilded planned it. And the chorus dreamed Gina into giving false testimony. That's that. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so we wouldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything went on in the back sums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGill would have, in an heartbeat, he would have had a lot of us chased out of the air if he wanted. And then where could we have gone? Yeah, nowhere. That's where. So I didn't have no choice. Oh, thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. Right. I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation paper for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see? What? You what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy. Is that it? Something like that. Mr. Susato? Yes? Of course. I have the representation papers here. All to you. I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer or nothing. Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely. Well, at least it should be we can investigate the scene at Winterbanks now. Yes. And perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny once we're done there. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregerson can't stop us from investigating at Winterbanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Yeah, that's the... What was that? That was... Okay, so this is... So we're on investigation part 3. Oh no, they're investigation part 4. Holy... There's... Yeah, well, I guess it's the last case, so of course there's going to be a lot. So on the 4th part, yeah. Because we still have to investigate here. Winterbank's pawnbrokery. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now let's touch these for representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship. Oh, how? I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Good, 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 good. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, yes. I hardly feel tired at all. As fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then? Do as you please. You know where it happened? Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. There, that's where I discovered Mr. Winterbank and Gina. Right. Well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Mr. Inspector? Nah, if I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case that the yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. So that's what I'm saying is, don't get it under my feet, sunshine. Well, you know us. You know us. We love wasting your time. First off, let's start. Before we go in there, let's start here. Yeah, we obviously can't investigate anything that. Ah, look here. Yes. Oh, yes. A bullet hole. You can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Windermere wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Ah, well, that must mean Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the adventure of Sherlock Holmes, you know? Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. Oh, in jest? Well, he doesn't do that often. It's quite dangerous. It's quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that now, Rudo. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? There's a suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may well be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you. Bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it. You see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes. What a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no. What is that scary looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch. Oh, the colors of the blood stain has changed. There. Does it make sense now? Yes, I think it's starting to understand. Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see? Yes. How wonderful. The chemical of fires combines with the blood makes it change color, so you can't identify whose blood is that you're looking at in a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet you would say it's bleeding great. So, whose blood are we looking at it then? That's just it. We don't know who. We just know the type. Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so it's impossible to know whose it is. I just find someone whose blood turns the same color, and you'll know who it belongs to in a flash. That's probably not admissible in the courtrooms. It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it? 1 flash or 2. This could be turn out to be a very valuable clue. So you must take a note of it in the court record. Oh, I want some raisin bread. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. Added to the court record. A sample of blood analyzed with a special chemical indicator developed by Mr. Soames. Different people's blood turns different colors. Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have region left. As long as I have region left, sure. So that's the only thing I noticed. Yeah, I can't point it out because it'll be a clue later. Charlotte Ledger here and Mr. Winterback note. What's this? It looks like as though someone has left a little photo here. Oh, look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie. Show us. February, 10:30 p.m. Articles deposited. One gentleman's overcoat. Yeah, it's been gilded. Loan amount paid £1. Redemption deadline 15th of April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawn for £1. Clearly, it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday, and is still wearing, which belongs to Miss McGilded. I never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. It seemed Mr. Winterberg just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand. This photograph of a cat looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. It was she had a picture of it. Vinny had the picture, the same picture, but I believe it wasn't in color. It was black and white or something like that, I think. So yeah, she showed us. Oh yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same one that Jenny gave us earlier. Of course, it was. I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Get it out. All right. Let the cogs turn. It's the exact same picture. Yes, they are exactly the same. But how? How is the two of the same picture? I've got it. These two photographs had an amazing secret. A secret? What does that mean? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Okay, hold on, let's see. Oh, well, we can't see. Well, let's start. Yeah, Waga High. There's a window back to very easy to use. Okay. Hold on. One sec. So, Iris, about these two photographic pictures, the one we found here on Mr. Winterback's counter and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret? Is it the same? Basic secret of this. Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, their two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. Huh? They're not. Have another look at them now. Oh, I guess why does it look like it's flipped or something? Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? Yeah, it's the angles are it's just slightly different. I think so. It's very subtle. Yeah. I think the angles is not quite the same. Yeah. Yeah, you can the thing is closer. The snowman is further away in the picture on the left compared to the right. I think. Oh, maybe not. Well, yeah, it looks like a little. It's a little. Yeah. Yeah. No. It's yeah. But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? That means they're not the same picture. Well, it's because they're a set. You see? No, I don't. What do you mean a set? It is. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereo. Oh, meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I heard that word before recently? Oh, yes, that's what Mr. Stone showed us yesterday. This thing, yeah. You see, there it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course, that magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? You know how a pair of flat pictures can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon. Bless her. Should we let her explain though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. If I, for one, simply have to know. Have you ever considered, Bruno? How I see the depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them and it works. The reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes. Shocking. If you try closing your, that's why people were, well, I don't know if you've seen it, but in some shows or like manga anime where like for instance, I don't know if you read the Monster Musume manga, but there's a Cyclops monster girl, and she does say all the time that she has bad depth perception, but she's a sniper, which doesn't make any sense. If you try closing your just one eye at a time, I think you'll see it straight away. What you see where you, let's try. What you see where your left eye. Hold on, let's do left side. See where your left eye. Yeah, that's true. What do you see where your left eye is not this. And what you see with your right eye are even ever so slightly different. Yes. You get a different view with each eye. That's right. It looks different on the. The best position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly. In your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. That's actually is interesting. I think I see. So the pair of photographs are one side of each. Consists of a left eye view and a right eye view, right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. You're so quick. So if you can persuade the brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see the depth of these prints. Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. As stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Let's try it. Let's see if we can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh, yes. I'm dying to have a go. Susato really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes. I think I can. Basically, if you want to do it in real life, you basically try and look at your nose. Or it's the same thing you do when you're watching like a 3D movie and you want to get the 3D to work. You kind of have to cross your eyes for a second. Oh, look, she's doing it. Make your eyes do this. All right, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Daruhodo? There. How's that? Wonderful. They look amazing. Hold on. Wait. Oh, let's save that for later. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly easy tech when two people are not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. All right, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see two overlapping images like this. Hold on, I'm actually gonna try. I wonder if it is supposed to. Try it. You try it now, Bruno. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. Prints should slowly merge together. Okay, this is gonna do it for us. They form a new single image in the center. But why? Oh, yes! This Naruto, it works. I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. Oh, I could look at it all day. I wouldn't advise that. And your eyes, but yes, same thing with 3D glasses. You shouldn't. Well, not the newer 3D glasses, like the older, like the old, like red and blue 3D glasses. You have to do the same thing to watch them, I believe. And yeah, you don't want to do it for too long because yeah, your eyes would hurt. Your turn, Rudo. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap. Exactly like this, is it? Yeah, I'm guessing we're supposed to do it, but I don't think. Because remember, this is a DS 3DS game, not a DS game, 3DS game. So there you manage it. So you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. Hold on, let me actually. Nope, not that. I They look pretty. So, what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Bruno? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. Oh, some people find it easier than others. Or that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here and set the pair of photographs in the sand at the back, and it's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding projectors in lots of households in the capital currently, but these little machines are so affordable. Surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. It's much more satisfying to be able to see it effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so, or in any case. There's still the pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. You certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually... Yeah, nice flag. Second white photograph. Okay, let's go to the main scene of the crime. Yeah, I think I have to... Behind that door is a storeroom, isn't it? That's what Gregson said. Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. So the little window in the door was open. Mr. Winterbank face down on the floor with Gina beside him. As accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Barrow. You must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them. Or Iris, she's climbed up completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. Yeah, should we wait outside? After all, Mr. Winderbank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Ah! Hey! Wait, Inspector! What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped up little defense lawyer, do you? I just, well, don't. I never seen her ladyship looking like that before. Is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. You weren't running away from me. You were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is all a little. I'm afraid this is a little much for a young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Eh? Your ladyship. Your ladyship. Ahem. Don't, don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Yeah, I don't think that went very well. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of investigation here, something. I told you not to get under my feet. So we have this, and we have investigating to do ourselves. Yes, I'd like to hear more of what socially inept inspectors have to say. Oh, Hurley, and inquire into how Mr. Holmes' operation is going. So, Inspector, what do you make up the crime scene here? Shaw, you got eyes, haven't you? Use them. It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Grexy, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after an hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The water only door to the store was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was it the police officers doing? Yes. Quite right, ma'am. That's quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible. Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thus-wise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. Miss Lestrade? The hapless girl was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, I saw her. She appeared to be unconscious. And I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No. Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well. What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. All which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. We've been in worse. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mix your words, Inspector. Please. He's in a coma. You don't mean to say that Mr. Soames is... No! Don't make her... No. The operation's done and dusted, but he hasn't woken up. It's just that, well, out with it. Uh-oh, she's about to do a suicidal takedown. Out with it, man. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive, but it seems he won't wake up. The whole body. Anesthetized? Is that even possible? That means the operation can complete while the patient is fast asleep. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we could just manage to provide laughing gas for tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing. Follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod up, or so I hear. And now that the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. Oh my. No one knows if the anesthetic is still in the system, or if the bloke is plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again. Early. The moment he opens his eye, your ladyship, I swear I wish I get word to you. What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Stone has to do things his way. Now we have to look in here for clue time. This is a revolver, a real one. Quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Winterbank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You were really looking you're about to faint. Well, yeah, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. Already beginning words like yeah, people don't really have guns that much in Japan, right? And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbeck with us yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, when he tried to I'm about to kill myself. I should have to take my own life. Dude, that's so crazy that the devs made him like that. Just to kill him. Holy, it must be the same gun. Hey, can we just maybe assert that he probably just killed himself? And last night, when I looked through the rifles in the door to the storeroom here, he was holding it. That was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. Mr. Wingrat told us that every single bullet, they only had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He did say that. But he was saying, I'm gonna shoot myself for this service to you. Well, it's empty now, and the only little bit he had in his gun has been fired. So we can fairly say, because we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from his revolver. Police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. Poor Mr. Winterbank. He was a nice little man. Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Most likely, the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt the thing. This must be blood then. Oh, I don't like to ask for waste of time, Iris, but I wouldn't perhaps. Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. Green? No, blue, so that's not his blood on the thing. So now we need to follow a chemical which reacts to Mr. Winterbank's blood. It doesn't match our analysis of the blood stain that we found in the main shop. for now, but let's add a sample to those we've already collected it anyways. Look at all these articles that I deposited. The room was stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many of these there are. How many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look. Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering us here together. There's something very peaceful about that atmosphere in here. Or at least that's where here, or at least that's where there would be, if not for, I don't know why I just blanked out. I just hear there would be, at least there would be, if not for the chocolate laying on the floor and the policeman shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Sorry, I'm trying to wake myself up a little bit. I don't know, I'm getting really sleepy. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Chest, what's in the chest? Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any signs of being ransacked. Ah, what is that? All right, that's a chest with a hound of Baskervilles in it. That's that. I know that chest. That box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Wait, why they stole that? Oh, what the Iris unpublished story, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this is about. Oh, that, yeah, no, that's why she was there. She was looking for the Hound of Baskervilles. She's saying, sorry, Iris, but you asked me, he sold it without telling you. But if she saw it, she would have told us. You must check inside the box at once. Yes. It's empty. Ah! It was there. Iris' story was there. Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he deposited it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. Iris's manuscript has been oh, that flower symbol is a mark. I'm pretty sorry, Mr. Stone. So that was in there. Iris Wilson. This hound of the Baskervilles. How does Susanna know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. Yeah. If she's not willing to think it, we can't really. If she's not ready to share that, we. Iris. Don't worry, I'm all right. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. That's it, the pillar. Does he? Hey, is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest? Yes, my latest story. I call The Hound of the Baskervilles. I'm most fascinating to tell you, your ladyship. Fascinating, and I don't suppose would there be any mention of my humble self in the tale that time? Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, ladyship? I was just awaiting the publication with eager anticipation. You needed a warning, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. Oh wait, what's that? You looking to be arrested, Sunshine? I didn't mean it like that. And even if I did, you wouldn't really have bitten her lady's head. You would have bitten her lady's head off, would you? Maybe, okay, maybe I have to present something to him, maybe. Sister, what do you make of this? What have we here then? A redemption ticket for our article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of the office stationery and we wrote on ticket on whatever paper was on hand. Yes, this is the ticket for Mr. Builder's overcoat. The one that little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? You think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to, Windows right, Greg. See, if it isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I have never doubted you, your ladyship. So what's all this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask? This is a second ticket. So basically, so one of them is a forgery. It's a forgery. A second one. I see that Mr. McGill in fact had another article in storage here at Winterbanks. Is that right? I think we'll need to discuss this further with Inspector Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. There you go. I think that was the first time we needed to do that, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Presented item to get more information. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilda's overcoat. Yeah? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was one more than just the music. There was more than just the music box. This, it seems. I should have insisted on the outlast taking it back to the guard and examine it properly. Well, according to the piece of the ticket, McGill deposited another article here with Mr. Winterbank. Yes, I can see it right here. Small box, was it? Small box. Do you have any idea where it is, Gracie? Any idea at all? Another article belonging to Mr. McGill could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose my marbles. I will. I'll go barking. This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector. And so that's sauce from you, Sunshine. There's one thing that springs to mind. This is for a different piece of according to this ticket. The redemption line deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh. Yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. This small box will no longer be in. So the small box will no longer be in here then. That's right. has been forfeited. This means it can be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves are put in the front. You must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes up there. Hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been because that information is not written in the ledger. Well, I think we should at least have a look just in case. Of course, your ladyship. Of course, very sensible of you. I'm sure. I think this is getting out of hand, man. Wait, what is that? Yes, this is where all the items that have been forfeited by their original owners are offered for sale. That's right, they've all got little price labels on them, but there are so many. What if the small black entity was before it's still on the shelf somewhere? Lost of mystery because it was possible here just over 2 months ago. Even if aware, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes. It could be any one of them. Mr. Soul says the pawnbroker was the safest place to store it. More secure than a bank's vault. Perhaps the small box of the guild would contain something of very great value. Well, if that's the case, you probably have kept it locked. So then we need to find a new box to lock and break them out. Hi, yeah. Since that'll take down. It's been a while. That sort of misconduct will get you arrested. I won't let that happen. This takes me back. It's been a while since it's been some time since Susato's son last threw me. Maybe they mean the box, the music box. That's the music box. Do you have them where you come from, Bruno? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this one in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes. To be a sound yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Greg to have a word. Iris Wilson, superintendent of Scotland Yard. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be pushing the mic. The box is the music box. It makes you think when Mr. Stone gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Police are scouring every inch of this place. Instructions from the yard are to examine every article in the shop, every ledger in the book, and every ledger and book of accounts. Every article, but that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was prepared for crime scenes in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in shifts. It all in shifts. But still, we'll be working through the night, that's for sure. Even then we'll barely have scratched the surface. I'm an broker. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. Every cross's worst nightmare, you know, a crime and a pawnbroker's. I was just staring at the wall since before we came in. Shh, keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue here. Really? Then we must tell Grexy at once. But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me to take over my shift. They really have a lot of tough time with the British police. That doesn't stop us from investigating though, does it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to call this a short one. No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. Yeah, we got the calendar. Oh, well, it's different now. Green blood. It seems wrong. Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. They're pretty pinks and purples too, you know? Like I said. Everyone's blood is different, not mood. I wonder what the color of my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. Doing this one simple trick, you can find out. Yeah. The ledger that is open to the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. It is too much to think. It's too much to think about. Better to sell and have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly, Mr. Winterbank was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. Now what? I wonder. Wait, well, it said to go look, so, but it's probably not here yet. Nope. Okay, let's move back into the storeroom. Yeah, Gina doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Judy could have slipped the key from the jailer when he was looking and escaped. Oh my. Why? Why would she do something like that? It would only make our situation worse. Calm down, Rudo. I was only joking, of course. Oh. Oh. You had me worried for there. I thought it was good. I thought it was a great deduction. Yes. Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight of your words, the weight your words carry. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a lighthearted great detective is a contradiction in terms. Well, I'm in the same situation. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would just thrown his head back and guffawed. Why are you holding back your guffaw? I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruto. Well, anyway, it looks like won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the arena. Yes, come along, Naruto. Come along, Susie. Bobby. Damn it, I wasn't paying attention to it. There's no reason to be. Yeah, there's something we're not. So what else can I do? What else can I present? You don't tend to share sunshine, not with the general public. In case, guess we have us some herbal tea. Lovely to very much. Really hit the spot, your ladyship. You don't mind sharing it with then? Okay. Okay, let's just present this and see again. Let's get there. What do we have here? What's here? Really? No, I didn't mean to really like it's the same thing. It isn't the same thing. Of course, never doubt your ladyship. So what's all this about then? Am I going to be simple as the rest? This is the second ticket. Second, let's see it. In fact, I had another article storage here at Winter Bank. Is that right? I think we didn't discuss this further with you. This article, this ticket was in one of the pockets of the There's another article that was Mr. revealed it could be an important clue. Well, that's, yes, sir. I suppose it could be. Please, stop looking. That's enough stuff from you. There's one thing that springs to mind. After this, the Red 50 nights already passed, hasn't it? Oh, yes, of course. So the small box will no longer be in here then. That's right, it's been forfeited. Okay. Where's your tie? Yeah. So it's probably it's literally probably the one thing I didn't check. So yeah, we're looking for that. This is the only thing I haven't looked at. I'm fairly sure this crash tracker was here yesterday as well. So that means here we are. So I'm not confident, but I can get it close again. Oh yes, that's folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Soul shows us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see it in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Well, that's for use in public places, houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with stuff, with all sorts of silver pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special soft selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I can make money out of these in Japan. I would beat even my toilet sparkling tea anyway. What's with? Oh, I guess you go to the thing he talked about having. I always clean the toilet. So I don't want to mix this. I don't do it. Okay, it wasn't that. A box. Otherwise, it could be anyways. This is something Palmer. Use that a takedown. So no. Mm. And then the hospital. Yeah, nope. Yeah. Representation rate. So no, so the reason is they must be outside because so no, I went everywhere except the thing. I literally just need to look for it. Mm. No, I went through. I know I went through everything. Okay. Yeah, no reason. Yeah, nothing. Hmm. No, it's not in here. Oh, brother, I've been here for way too long. But you can identify differences in people's blood. Like, this is amazing. You are a genius, Cyrus. I know. I am. If early enough reminds me, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. You could shake up Japan's lawyers and judges. Couldn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, for sure. If I didn't intend to. Maybe show him that. Mm, I'm right stumped. I am right stumped. Yeah, it said the reasoning was that the date is out of date, so it should be if no one bought it, it should be. Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's the save. Oh, I don't really like bonus date. Who does like bonus date? No one. I think if you're always it's boring. It's boring, but it's a bad habit. Stop it. It's sure that the entire population of the entire planet knows my life. A manuscript? Yeah, it's so strange. What is it? What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would I really say I can't publish it? Great, I have no idea. Maybe tell you. I suppose. Oh, maybe because Curly isn't in it enough. Maybe I've been picking enough good lines. Yes, maybe. That definitely is the reason, but I can't. Poor Ginny. This is all my fault, really. But she'll be alright, won't she? In court tomorrow, I mean, I'll defend her with everything I've got. So, she'll be alright, won't she? Am I that bad at instilling incompetence? Okay, I don't know. And the door is it? Yeah. Dude, I am actually, this is the first time I'm actually stuck about what to do. I really have no idea. I'm not sure. I'm about to consult a guide. Yeah, hold on, because this is taking too long. I think I've been here for like almost 20 minutes now. All right. Sorry if you can hear that typing guy. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. I'm okay. I didn't do. Okay, there's something I didn't do. There's, yeah, I didn't examine. There's this on it, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I've noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes. It looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if the Susan has picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. Should we show this to her before we forget? Okay, so that's why I showed it to her before, but I didn't. Oh, I know that's the wrong thing. That was on the photo. It was on the photo. Oh, that looks like blood. Okay. I didn't even notice I had 2 copies of the same ticket on my thing. Sorry, it's on a. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Rudo. You can leave the rest to me. Purple. Look at that. 3 different bullet colors. The color we haven't seen before, isn't it? You see, we must add it to the portfolio of bullet samples. Could be an important clue. Although it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? I think I do. Okay, this is a lie. I saw the answer while I was looking for what to do. Not from the color of the term, but with a little deduction. Right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know who as well? Your first Rudo? Who do you think it belongs to? All right, I believe that this the blood of thrice fired Mason. You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trail off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now in that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean that his blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Dean brought this ticket here to Window Banks yesterday, and suggesting that the blood stain was already on it at that point. So it's a similar blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else coming back to me now. Mr. McGill was also wearing leather gloves that night. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul would have rushed to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out. Oh yeah, on the same thumb. Gloves now, was I? I reached out like to give Amanda a hand. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGill had no interest at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude. I think this is so far from what I've seen, this has to be the hardest. That had to be the hardest thing to get. I suppose. Because I'm thinking about oh my gosh, I don't even know how I would have came to know, to even think it was his. any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Runo. Very well. Let's make a note of this. Details of the thing. But blood analysis has been updated. Okay, that was it. That was the last clip. Down. Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How can Mr. Windenbeck set up such a wicked trap? I doubt he set it out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you'll be defending her. I think she would ask her one. We should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Runo? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be a lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Did I say that? Yes. Yes. Yes, you did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Okay, so I was completely wrong. I was like looking for the damn thing. Boat goes binted? Oh, wait, that's... Hold on. Ah, Gina, good. You're back. Ah. The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Eh? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you sent before. I meant we were able to investigate at Winterbanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been never so busy. We've been never so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying. That I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right. I see. She really lost all of her fight all of a sudden. But I know that what it feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Need your answer. What we've uncovered. Gina. Oh, all right then. Blimey, get better rest with them eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruto and all of us know that you're innocent of this crime. And while we haven't managed to yet work out who the real culprit is, There are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Winterbanks that night. Looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason. I thrust it in Gina's face, or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. So yeah, let's just talk to her first, and then we'll do that. Hopefully I remember. Hee. We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them over to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Nah, don't bother. Ginny, rip him up and chuck him, would you? Then representation papers, or whatever they're called. The cell ain't fancy enough to have a bin. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. Gina, you know, I don't think you will be. Gina, if they're charging you for murder, it's capital punishment. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Okay, so then. We found this in Mr. Winterback's storeroom. The manuscript of the Iris's latest story. Ah! Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Winterbank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value, or the like, with one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke the open box containing this manuscript last night? Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles were really there. That's the real reason you broke into that storeroom last night, isn't it? Wah! Why don't you tell us what happened? Please. Please. Iris's manuscript. She wanted to see that if he was lying. He's like, all adults lie. So he's like, he's a liar too. And he's like, oh, he wasn't lying. All right, yeah, this Baskerville story. It's the latest film's adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? No. Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What? So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? Then why did you take it? No. Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I weren't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. Yeah, that's the only reason why I was in the place. For Iris's sake. Isn't that right? Ah, yep, we got you to we knew why you done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. Yeah, they all knew why. We just had to play you. Get you to admit it. We knew why you done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liar, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Winterbanks. You soon seen it if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley is telling me the truth. Sometimes. I mean, I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Yeah, all right. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me with like that, Iris. Reason for breaking in. It worked because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Stowe was being honest? If he really deposited the manuscript at Winterbanks? It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris' lot ain't like mine. She got her dad, and only she can't see him. And I reckon that they gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy. You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as the adventure of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, that's how I see it, yeah? You're so thoughtful and so kind to me. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I ate all this chummy nonsense. Did you hear it? I ate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's why I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, scarf her. I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right here they're both. Oh, there's oil. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat. There's oil. There are some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Ginny now. Do you see this pawnbroker ticket, Gina? The one you took it. This is not me. Do you see this pawnbroker's ticket, Gina? It's the one you took it to Winterbanks, isn't it? The one for that black overcoat you're wearing now. Eh? What? That? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets. Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it that would appear to be blood. Eh? Does that ring any bells? I don't know. It all looks the same to me, blood. And they all sound the same to me, these answers. Suspicious. There's stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? But blood, Mr. Naruhodo. You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be blood that splattered from Mr. Winterbank when he shot last night? Let's not be beat around the bush here. Trusty friend of mine will get the results much faster than anything else. Eh? Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. Blue. Purple. Wait, no. Wait. That's his blood. Oh. That's what's his face's blood. That's Mason's. So is this Mason's jacket? Oh, maybe that's what it is. This is Mason's jacket. Oh my. What the? Forget the sleeves. This whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was matching the stain. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood that has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha, yes, it was the brickmaker Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. So that's his jacket. I knew it. What are you all on about? The victim? What do you mean? This is his jacket. You're wearing his jacket. It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oh, wait. When someone complain what's going on, stop telling half the story. So we got so he was guilty. The truth of the omnibus case. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGillicuddy's coat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant did this in his testimony. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? Reached out to give a man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. You'll say it could have arisen from Mr. McGillicuddy trying to pull the victims to his feet. Now, if that was what really had happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. McGillicuddy's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGillicuddy. Mr. Naruhodo, that horrible case is solved at last, and I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? Bruno, did you believe him though? Did you believe Mr. McGillicuddy was innocent? I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to, because believing in those you're represented in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon. You only did what you thought was right. You wanted to believe him. Though the case is maybe if he didn't believe it, but that was only the lawyer's weapon. Before we came here to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? No, it's been so long. Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief. Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their case. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you unwaveringly. Hey. What's funny, Gina? Or sounds like sounds like in this Empire of Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Well, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently help a murderer walk free. Well, at least you learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you at it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. But that's no way to live, is it? Gina, may I ask you something? What? It's just to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I let everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his client. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust you after everything that happened. I do. No. No matter what, even after everything, I don't think she did it. She doesn't have any reason to. Tina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? Are you half-baked? Not at all. You have not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? Yeah, she never once said that too. She never once said she did it. She's always said everyone thinks I did it, and that's done. What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously? Mr. Nero Odo? Didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just rip off my tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you all into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Dina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But as I assure you, there's more to life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in only exists is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. I would say not even that. Because it's impossible that sometimes some people are gonna let you down. Just a fact of life. But you know sometimes they do, but you know for when they have your back and when it really counts. It's true that I'm just a student of law. I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience, but I can promise you this. Whatever happens, until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What? What do you expect me to say to that? And it's decided. I'll take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You used to a lot are. I don't know what you are. I don't get you. Tina's taking herself off to the back of herself. She never admitted it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out right in the end, I think. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Miss Susato? Is it Hurley? Somebody is there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. Ninjutsu. If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Gregsy? Oh dearie me, I most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in on our conversation? Good grief, listening in. No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours, is it that late already? So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, and all the best. Bye-bye, bye-bye, and bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpest, Lord Strongheart will, well, emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off. All right, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed, can't wait. If you please, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Okay, I guess let's go. Rixie's so funny. He says such silly things. It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police responding to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend to clerk office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Miss Susato, for everything. For everything, I guess. Kindly escort Iris. No, how no. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. And Iris then Susato is going to so our investigation came to an end. Susato and I went to file the necessary papers for my defense unit the following day. And then it hit me. Yeah, then it hit me. That's it. She's going to go back home tomorrow. You'll be all alone. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling I had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Trusty comrade, our partner. Naruhodo Legal Consultancy. Naruhodo-san. It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sun was stopped before our eyes. Gina was arrested, all on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage inside my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? What do you mean? It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in it. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Susato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of this courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets of people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets. And what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows, what does those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. That's so true. She's like so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear, that all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. It's amazing to think that it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much. Melancholy. Sorry? I've what? Oh, no. It was nothing. Unimportant. You've grown so much. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m. Oh, I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents. It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windenbank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case. In ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Suzato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Suzato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I have been a complete failure. What? Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. Notes collated by Mr. Zada about the McGilded case that worked on 2 months ago. She said, is a thing story just rather to make it? Well, no, they said so. He said that it was. Well, Chief Lord Justice Strongheart said that too. So said that too, but they got a thing about he was sick. So then I don't think it's fake. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Suzato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Ah, yeah. What? What was that? What was that? A secret technique of mine. This is how to shut down. Shut down. Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. That Sato-san. I'm interpreting the finger and blurry as him crying. It had truly been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as cacophony of scenes from our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. No, Susato. Sag. Utter failure. Our assistant work 3. Are we gonna play at Mr. Home? Yes. I quite understand. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, she went to go see. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. Susato went to see him before she left. Miss Susato, I bid you farewell and good Godspeed. My dear madam. Yeah. So that was probably her telling him how she knew about the story. How she knew about the Baskervilles, because he probably didn't know either how she knew. So before she left, she's like, oh, I gotta tell him at least. Like, oh yes, I think he's dead. I think even that is related to, because he was killed by English, by countrymen. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, right into the mic. Gross. When I woke the following morning, Susato's son was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets, and so began an even longer day than the last, one that I would remember for the rest of my days. I'm by myself. 10:32 a.m. The Old Bailey defendant's antechamber. It's just me. Good morning, Gina. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. So where's your friend then? Sorry? You know, her in the fancy dress. Susato, or however you say it. I don't know. Miss Susato had to leave early this morning. He was already gone by the time I woke up. You alright with that, are you? Well, of course not. Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off. It's fine. It's not as though Miss Susato and I won't meet again one day. Even so, but you know, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two. Iris, so how are you feeling, Jenny? Did you manage to sleep? Meow. Iris, what are you doing here? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Wagga hi. Yeah, Wagga hi. Meow. Oh, Waggy. Great way to show your support, kitty. Let him have a nose around. What arm can it do? Oh, that reminds me. I brought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Riddle? Vinny? Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I would say give me the bad news. It's the Reaper. Nah, always take the good news first. It might not live to hear the bad. No, but if the bad news doesn't kill you, the good news definitely will. That question always gives away people's personalities. Let's not go there. All right, then I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? The bad news was a weather report? So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover and that the train is a delay on its way to the port. Gosh. Yes. All right then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon, so even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it? I couldn't give a monkey's Really? If only all good news cancels out the bad. And look, this trial has made headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pig purse plunder. See? How do you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care. I can't because you're covering your face. Don't worry, Bruno will show everyone that this headline is nonsense. I will? And then in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be, discharge diver is dauntless do-gooder. Isn't that right, Bruno? Oh, yes, let's hope so. Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it? It's like she was still here. Thanks, Iris. Good luck and then, Bruno. I'll do what I can. Obviously, I don't know what the law like Susie does, but still. I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you more support and encouragement. Not sure that big thing is as comforting as you should think it is, but to be honest, but thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Ginny? Well, I was wondering, is all about Sholmes. Did they fix him up all right? Yes, the operation was a great success, but Hurley still hasn't come around yet. Oh! So he is, so we, as in we, the player, know, hey, he was awake to talk to Susato last night, but she still thinks he hasn't woken up yet since. Eh? I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up. I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news. Oh, right. No Susato's side and no Mr. Sholmes. Dude, my tweet was so right. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom. It is time then. Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris, lead the way, Rudo. Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I had to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. Kazuma! If anything, if I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. Never taught us how to get our head back blowing in the wind like he did all the time, even in close spaces. 10 a.m. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare. Hold on, I'm gonna. Okay. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. Now, I will now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. Yeah, obviously, it's Zeke. They never said it was Zeke's, but the defense is ready. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord? Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service? It was some 5 years ago, my lord. And then you stopped for 2 months. Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly. And here you are again today. Are there some circumstances of which the court should be aware of that have led to this erratic behavior? I think he's going to say, believe what you want. And what one might describe as your former life, 5 years past, he dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government. Really? Yet today, you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. I confess I find it more than a little befuddling, counsel. There are two types of persons I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large. He means Mr. McGilden, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago? Yes, I just about managed to work that out. Thank you. It's like she's obviously shorter than Thing. Susato, her heel. We can see more of the floor. Magnus McGilden, if I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. And secondly, even more loathsome, those woolly scoundrels who masquerade as allies only to effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in the far. Whoa! In other words, the confident. Wait, I keep saying that because I'm not. Wait, what does that mean? Confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East, the Nipponese. I hate criminals. And I jeez. Oh no, he's racist. What? Did he really? Wait, did anyone just hear that? Dude, you can't say that. Wait, what? Did he really just say that? He means you now, Renault. Yeah, I got that. I actually managed to work that out too. Thank you, Iris. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? That torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zeek's eyes, was that directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people? Alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Van Zeek's. What? Well, what is... Why? Nope. Why did that... Why did that open? I tried to... Wait. Stop. Hold on. An alarmingly scathing alert. Sorry. Thing open. Some random like System 32 window opened on my screen for no reason, and then it started auto playing after I closed it. I was like, what is going on? Hold on. Did I do this? Hold on. I should update this game. All right, it'll be fine. Actually, no, it won't be fine. That's how long it'll take. It won't be fine. Still, the judiciary working welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, filled by all London malefactors. Is it malefactors or malefactors? I think it's malefactors. Your lordship is too kind. Now, jurors, the 6 of you has been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Oh, wait, why did we get the people? Wait, but this is the what? Hold on, what is going on here? We've had these two before, and we had. Oh, is that like his? No, this is the different guy. Maybe they just reuse models. former lieutenant in the British Army here. Don't you know? Chaps like me were born ready. Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think. Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely everything. And I'm ready for it. I don't understand it. I can't have left it there. It's not possible. Could I have? Women indispensable in society. Stop. People-centered future. Wait. Stop. A decoder. Good day. I am whistling. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take the bus to Crystal Tower, please. Is something wrong, Bruno? Oh, not exactly. It's just I've seen all these people before. I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact. Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? But it's quite strange that the jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know. So I've been led to believe, but something tells me I'm being duped. Or whether that's going to play into the story, or just that's just be a joke of like, oh, that's weird that there's supposedly 6 million different 6 million Londoners, but they keep only finding the same 6 every time from a pool of about 10. The court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the first facts of the case. As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. Objection. The victim, Mr. Pop Windabank, proprietor of a pawn shop at Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic picture of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. Evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in near instant death. Moving on to the finding of Scotland Yard's coroner, the report states the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. And what's that supposed to tell us? It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone like the accused, you might say. Oh. The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and the crime scene photo as evidence, my lord. Indeed. The court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please. New autopsy. Report prepared by the Scotland Yard coroner that confirms other signs of trauma. I now ask the court to turn their attention to the plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. The proprietor was found in the storeroom where he kept the articles pawned to him. A windowless room with a single point of entry, a door to the main shop that was found locked. In the sealed chamber, there were only 2 persons present. The victim, Mr. Windabank, and the accused. It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun that used to fire the fatal bullet. Well, that's that. It is one of the filthy drabs that lived in the slums of the East End. Oh well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands then.
Objection.
We can't jump to conclusions here. We mustn't assume her guilt because of what she had to do to survive. I learned Nipponese, friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Immediately, that appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses. Good gracious. After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pickpurse or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing the truth. Hmm. The court will take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. Hand him to the bailiff, please, Lord Van Zeeks. At once, my lord. Yeah. This isn't good. This is Mr. Winderback's gun. The cylinder is completely empty. Mr. Winderback always used to keep this gun on hand on its shop counter. Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded. I understand. That's right, to keep all the pawn articles that were in there safe. But his one bullet was fired that night, and the poor man lost his life. Was he protecting his shop? I wonder to keep the articles safe. Hmm. This is good. I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Bruno. I think that's because it has. Already getting his back. Let us begin. Bring forth the witnesses to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Winterbank on 16th of April this year. Oh yeah, Not a Villain 1 and 2 and Not a Villain and Gregson. Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. Names Nash Skulkin. Occupation baddie. Professional baddie. Name Ringo Skulkin. Occupations same as him. Tobias Gregson. Scotland Yard Inspector. That's right. We're what they call what bandits? The 3 Skulkin brothers, but there's only 2 of you. What are you looking at me like that for? Don't let me in with you lot. Poor blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what we're going through? It's our older brother, bruv. Lost contact with him we have. So we're scouring every shady corner of the capital. And the last night we come across you, the very spit of the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo? Hey, he is nasty. He is the very spit of him. So I decided so we decided there and then what we was going to do. We was going to call you Big Bro Sulky. Come on, leave it out, you two. Sulky skulking, and that's before he runs out of chips. Hold on, wait. Well then, Inspector Sulky Gregson. Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias. What I would like to know, Inspector, is what you are doing in the witness stand. The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft. Yeah, so their thing is gonna be no. We were trying to rob the place, but we didn't shoot him. But we never shot him. Thieves are they? These three? These three. My lord, I'm not a thief now, my lord. Begging your pardon, but please don't let me in with this lot. 2 nights ago, these 2 brothers. Two nights ago, these brothers illegally entered an establishment with the intent to get burgled. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime. By Jove, you mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence. Indeed, Miss my lord, I'll attempt to burglarize the pawnbrokery that witnessed the proprietor's murder. Order! The various trespasses of the brothers is not the subject of stage proceedings, so they will naturally face trial in the very near future. With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in this service. See, I had to keep these gents at the straight and narrow. Yes, you watch your brothers, of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I will permit them to take the stand. Me and Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. You will now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question and what exactly you saw. Happy to. Because a skulkin never skulkin. Get out of it. No, I didn't realize it's like Mario and Luigi. He was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the gas door was ajar. See? It was like some kind of sign begging for us to go in, and going in it was. But once we were inside, poor blimey, we heard a gunshot from the back room. We went to see what was up, but the door was locked at the inside. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that. Nice and quiet. Well, we know that's not true, because we are going to say that they shot us, but he's at the end of the day, we're going to go long process of saying, oh, they shot us. And he's like, okay, yeah, we did shoot him. But then they're going to be like, okay, but what he's going to do? Okay, but what does that matter? Hold on. I just dropped something and. Yeah, it completely just, whatever I dropped completely disappeared from the ground. As soon as it dropped, I will. Interesting. Hold on. Let me. Huh. I did knock something over, but I do not know what it was I knocked over. Oh, it was probably this. Okay, never mind. Did not. It wasn't important what I knocked over. Terrible coincidence it would seem. At the precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot. The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. The door providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked inside from the inside. And within was the only victim and the accused were found. I must say it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witness now. Of course, counsel. Of course. Counsel, if you please. Counsel? Yes. What's the matter, Bruno? Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand. I know that it's all nonsense because I saw it with my own eyes. I just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Okay. He was walking down Baker Street in small hours and the gas door was ajar, see? Okay, unfortunately, I think I'm going to call it here. I don't want to have like another 4-hour stream, and I think I feel like another bout of tiredness coming on. I did manage to get a second win after we finished the investigation, but yeah, I feel it coming on all of a sudden. My eyes are starting to get. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now for today. So as always, if you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like for me. Like on my YouTube, Twitch, follow me like on YouTube, and follow me on Twitch, YouTube, and XD Everything app, and hopefully I will see you here in the next stream. Bye bye. See ya. Peace.
I'm running through a maze. I'm pretty sure the exit was on this side. The path towards your heart is tangled up